"We're here to disown you," my parents announced at my 30th birthday. I grabbed the mic and said, the sunlight pouring through the banquet hall windows should have felt warm, but that morning it burned like a spotlight, exposing every crack in my life. 30 years old. A decorated cake. Gold balloons spelling happy birthday, Aarav. Friends smiling. Cameras ready. And 2 empty chairs at the front table where my parents were supposed to sit. For a moment, I allowed myself to believe they weren't coming again, just like every graduation, every award ceremony, every moment that mattered. Then the doors opened. My mother walked in first, stiff and perfectly dressed, her pearl necklace tied around her throat like armor. My father followed behind her, carrying the same cold expression he wore the day I left home with a single suitcase. They didn't smile. They didn't hug me. They didn't even look proud. They looked like strangers attending a funeral. Before we begin, if you believe in kindness, forgiveness, and second chances, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to One Heart Stories. Your support helps these stories reach more hearts. I had planned this party myself. A small daytime gathering at a rooftop cafe overlooking the city. Blue sky, soft music, fresh flowers. My co-workers from the clinic, a few neighbors, and the old tea seller from my street who used to slip me extra biscuits when I couldn't afford dinner. They were my family now. Still, when my parents arrived, my chest tightened like I was 15 again, desperate for their approval. I walked toward them with a hopeful smile. They didn't hug me. They didn't even say happy birthday. My father simply cleared his throat and asked for the microphone. The music stopped. Conversations faded. Even the wind felt still. He held the mic like he was delivering a business announcement, not speaking to his son. His voice was sharp, emotionless, and loud enough for everyone to hear. He said they hadn't come to celebrate. He said they had come to make something official. He said they were here to disown me. The word sliced through the air. Disown. As if I were a stain. A mistake. Something to erase. My mother stared straight ahead while he spoke about disappointment, about how I had wasted my life. How leaving the family construction business to become a social worker was shameful. How helping street kids and abandoned elders didn't bring status. Didn't bring money. Didn't bring respect. He said I had chosen strangers over blood. So today, in front of everyone, they were cutting ties. People around me shifted uncomfortably. Someone gasped. I felt every eye on my back. For a second, the old fear returned. The small boy who used to hide his report cards because 90% wasn't enough. The boy who heard, "You'll never be successful," more times than "I'm proud of you." My hands trembled. My cake blurred. My heart pounded so hard I thought I might collapse. All my life, I had chased their love like a shadow I could never catch. I remembered studying under streetlights because we couldn't afford power during some months. I remembered working 2 jobs in college. I remembered skipping meals to pay exam fees. I remembered volunteering at shelters because I knew what loneliness tasted like. And now they were erasing me like I had done nothing. My father lowered the mic, satisfied, as if he had just closed a deal. Something inside me snapped. Not anger. Not revenge. Something stronger. Clarity. Before he could step away, I walked forward and gently took the microphone from his hand. My palms were sweaty. My throat dry. But my voice came out steady. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I simply spoke. I said I understood. I said maybe I wasn't the son they wanted. But I had become the man I needed to be. I told everyone how, at 19, I left home because I couldn't breathe under expectations. How I slept in a bus station for 2 nights. How a stranger bought me tea and told me I mattered. How that tiny act of kindness changed my life. I said that was the day I decided my life would be about people, not profits. I talked about the children at my center who call me Big Brother. The elderly woman who waits every morning just to share stories with me. The addicts who now have jobs. The kids who went back to school. My voice shook then, but not from fear. From pride. I said maybe I didn't build buildings like my father, but I built lives. Maybe I didn't carry the family name forward, but I carried humanity forward. And if loving people who had no one made me unworthy of being their son, then I accepted it. But I wasn't ashamed. Not anymore. The silence that followed felt endless. Then something unexpected happened. My coworkers started clapping. Then the tea seller. Then everyone. It wasn't loud at first. Just soft, warm, real. Like sunlight. My parents looked confused, almost small. For the first time, they weren't the powerful ones. They were just 2 people who didn't understand love without conditions. They left quietly. No goodbye. But strangely, it didn't hurt like I thought it would. Because when I turned around, I wasn't alone. My found family surrounded me. Someone hugged me. Someone wiped my tears. Someone lit the candles again. They started singing Happy Birthday. And for the first time in my life, the song didn't feel hollow. It felt earned. That afternoon, under the bright blue sky, with cake on my hands and laughter in the air, I realized something simple. Family isn't who shares your blood. It's who stays when you break. Before the ending, please comment kindness wins if you believe love is stronger than rejection. Years later, I still think about that day. Not as the day I was disowned, but as the day I finally owned myself. If this story touched your heart even a little, please like, share, and engage with the video so more people can hear stories that remind us we're not alone, because sometimes losing the wrong family is how you find the right one.